Hey everyone, it's Chaos World here, and I'm here with Haruka's backstory. First, some information about her now. So, her whole name is Haruka Yato. Her age is 30. She's located in Canada. Her occupation, she's in between jobs. She's a part-time student, and right now she's in a little band. She's 5'10". Her sexual orientation straight. She has no siblings. Her hobbies are singing. Her favorite pastime is reading to Adeline, and her theme song is Beside You by Ramses B. So, Haruka is otherwise known by her experiment name, Sleeping Beauty. She has the ability to dreamwalk, which allows her spirit to wander wherever she pleases when she's asleep, allowing her to see things that she normally couldn't, like she can walk into a bank vault if she wants to. She grew up in captivity deep in the lab of the government operation and wished day in and day out that she could have met her parents and that she could be free like the people she saw in her dreams. The government wished to use her as a tactic of war since she could go into enemy bases without ever being detected. However, the ability is difficult to master, and it took her years to be able to actually travel to places that she wanted, or aka what the government wanted. Haruka disregards her horrible lab life and says her life truly began when the silver-haired god crashed through her artificial sky. This god was actually a vampire named Zero, bent on revenge. He just so happened to be passing by her area. Haruka begged for him to break her out of her cage, and she would help him whatever way he wished. He wasn't interested at first, but when she told him about her abilities, Zero took her along on his journey. Haruka became quickly infatuated with Zero and quickly fell in love with him. Her feelings were not returned at first because Zero thought she was an underage boy due to the lack of hair and when he found her and her masculine features. She managed to convince him at one point that she was legal, but he still did not believe that she was female. Nonetheless, he did fall for Haruka and the two became a couple. When Zero finally got to face his enemy, they battled until no sounds were heard. Haruka was held captive during this time, and when she was released, she found that Zero's enemy was defeated along with himself. She was heartbroken, and to make matters worse, she had discovered she was with child. She struggled but managed to find a minimum wage job and used that money along with Zero's remaining funds to prepare for her baby. She was frightened because she didn't know how the child would come out or what it would look like. She did as much research as she could, but could only find myths. 9 months later, baby Adeline was born, nicknamed Addie. She appeared to be human and did not display any vampire characteristics, which confused Haruka, but she went along with it. When Addie was around age 2, she was diagnosed with epilepsy, and things became a bit more stressful for Haruka. She struggled to handle a minimum wage job and a special needs child, which more needs than one. When Addie was 4, Haruka managed to get into a program that allowed her to go to school and to get a better job. She ended up in a class taught by Willow Williams. The two developed a good relationship over the year, and Willow introduced her to his best friend, Charles. Through Charles, she managed to find out about RP Incorporated, where she did everything she could to bring herself and Addie to see Richard, who she knew was a vampire. Once being a vampire child himself, Richard explained the expectations Haruka should have of Addie, but also noticed that the human side of Addie was growing weaker from the epilepsy, and that it could cause Addie to die before she becomes a full vampire. There is also a chance that by feeding the vampire side more, it would be able to fix Addie. Haruka is faced with a hard decision. Does she want Addie to become a full vampire, the very creature her father hated? Does she want to wait and see if the vampire side will preserve Addie and keep her epilepsy from killing her? Richard assured that Addie has time for Haruka to decide, so she put it in the back of her thoughts and continued to live her busy life, feeling a bit at ease that she finally has a support system. So that's everything on Haruka. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.